All right, nearing halftime of the Baylor SMU game. Certainly some points plenty in the game as SMU leads 24-21 over Baylor. We had Baylor plus 3.5, remember. Closed at 3, was down as low as 2.5 throughout the week. Second half, before we get into the ads and pay the bills and introduce everybody, everybody wants to know second half alongside the man, the myth, legend himself, Joey Knish. I'm merely Brad Powers. Producer Barbara's with us. But opened up 32.5 the total. SMU favored by 1.5. That's the consensus, although I see some have Baylor favored in the second half. So what's your early impressions there? I don't see a stop. Baylor's defense is atrocious. I mean, they got run the fuck over last week, and now this week they're rushing 3, dropping 8, and still getting the ball thrown over their head, starting with the first play of the game. Mike, buddy, mute.
Total yards almost literally dead even. 284, 282. I'll give Baylor this. I think they're getting whipped in the trenches, but they weren't just like, oh, we're going to just, like what Iowa's doing. Oh, we're just going to keep running the ball, even though they're just outside throw. The Joey K gut, I don't,
I don't see stops. I think Baylor is a dead over team. They can't run the ball. They throw it on every down. And again, I mean, you can do anything you want defensively. Offensively against them. So if you had to play it, and it looks like other people are, I'm leaning over. That's getting hit a little bit.
Yeah, that's going as we speak.
I can't make it a best bet. Because I'm rooting for Baylor to cover. I mean, at all cost. So I don't have anything on the side. I mean, I tell you, honestly, since the first play of the game, I'd grade Baylor maybe slightly better.
If I'll say this, if SMU, this is one that probably, if Baylor scores on this first drive coming out, they get the ball first, I'd probably play, if you're sitting on 3.5, play a little SMU, money line or whatever the live is after that. Because again, I think you'll see a bunch of variants back and forth. They got a chance there coming out of half to get in front. Neither team going to be, really loading up on the stops. But yeah, this one, I don't have a great feel. I'll say it could really go either way, at least 3 and a hook.
Almost feels like the last team that has the ball is going to cover the spread.
Yeah.
Or maybe it lands on 3, right where we're at. Similar to last night, a game land on a key number. Numbers do matter. The James
Unbelievable. I give you the fucking half, and then it lands on 14.
Yeah, thank you for that. I owe you a half point on a head-to-head. But you clearly had the right side on James Madison last night.
I will say they've got a even
they got to figure out quarterback.
I don't think they to me. I don't know if they can. I mean, you've got one guy you can't run, the other guy you can't throw. I mean, I know we're Saluka, old, but that stuff, works at Holy Cross and I guess a little, UNLV, but the guy can't complete a forward pass. So it's so obvious what they're doing depending on who's in there.
Yeah, I would I know that Barnett was hurt most of the offseason and you brought, insurance policy Sluka, but I probably, as long as he gets healthier, I go with the guy that got you there last year. That's just me. They're still a pretty solid team, though. There we go. Speaking of solid teams, we got blowouts. I mean, Texas Tech 48-0 at halftime.
Kent State, boy, they're lucky they got that one versus Merrimack last week.
We got, how about this one? I tweeted this right before we went on the air. Minnesota's up 59-0. Live line's 82.5. Minnesota. No, Minnesota. That was one. My power rating screamed Minnesota was a play because Northwestern State's a bottom 10 FCS team. But can you trust Minnesota?
Do they go 8-minute quarter, second half?
What's that?
I mean, that's when they might go 8-minute quarter.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. And I think Northwestern State was the team that gave up 87 to South Alabama last year, if you remember that game. Florida State, you think maybe kind of flat? Nope, 49-0 halftime. Maybe the Noles have a squad. Remember, East Texas A&M, very competitive box score with SMU last week. Only got outgained by 50 yards. Gave up 2 pick sixes. one of the reasons why we like Baylor in this game. So that's that. Penn State struggling 10-0. The hell's with that? I haven't watched that game.
Offense has just been. I saw 10 tweeting about it a little bit. I mean, Aller 12 of 21 in the first half. They're just it's just they're just missing something. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's a Penn State team that the offense just doesn't pop here. God, please let Iowa score here before half. I tell you, Gronowski. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
They're in the red zone.
But if they could score here, it might be another game that I could see falling 3.
It's just the lack of creativity. It's like the RPO is open the entire first half if he keeps it. And it's just they're running like the old Iowa handoff, handoff and 11 guys run to the ball for a 2-yard gain. So, yeah, that's a brutal. I mean, they'll be lucky to get in the window here if they can score before half. Texas, little arch rebound.
I regret. What was the one total I sent you right away this week? I was like, I kind of think Texas will get it going offensively. I know. Like San Jose State ran tempo. I said I like the over in the game.
The first few possessions, I think they went 3 and out to start. It was looking ugly for a minute there. But then a couple of big splash plays. And I think San Diego State had a turnover and they're back in charge here. But Texas as a program and Arch needed that badly.
Any Connecticut? That was one of your big bets on the openers. Took 10. They're beating Syracuse 14.
Syracuse had a few red zone issues. If I was following along, 0 for 2 on 4th down. I think they went for it in the red zone once. So game's probably a little closer than the scoreboards indicating. But yeah, UConn's one you kind of left out of the.
I knew that if Syracuse loses, that's good for my win total bet on them under. Virginia looks pretty solid this year. We're going to be wrong on them.
I tell you what, that was especially after they got punched back in the mouth. NC State scores a few times. It's 14-14. Then they go 2 touchdowns right before half, or field goal and a touchdown right before half in the last 4 minutes. Yeah, I mean, they're running the ball too. Chandler Morris, who's not a big fan on this show.
There was injury concerns with him this week. I heard groups that were waiting on his stuff to see how healthy he'd be. But
yeah, because that got bought back. That was under 3. It got bet back across 3. So, also maybe I know some people. I didn't have eyes on this one, but Duke, Illinois. I think Duke's been a little unfortunate here. To be down 8, and there looks like they're in the red zone again. I think it's Illinois team since Bielema is there.
A couple turnovers from Duke. I have not watched it closely. Looks like Duke should be probably ahead in the game.
Yep, but they've been, and the Bielema magic just doesn't stop.
All right, that's enough of us. Let's get to the stars. That's just the chats. And on this show, the super chats. It looks like we're going to do a whole halftime show of super chats. Jacob C's up first, $4.99 super chat. Favorite team total in the afternoon, evening slate. The one I kept my eye on, got bet smithereens this week, but I still like it because I'm a big buyer of this North Texas defensive improvement. Weather, a little bit of an issue. And I'm not buying Western Michigan's offense. So I Western Michigan under team total for me, 23.5-ish, something like that, 22.5.
Yeah. I mean, that was one. I think that was literally like North Texas
24.5, got crushed.
North Texas on the side, probably
I got crushed too.
The sharper plays of the week. I mean, that was you on the talk the Saturday big money. That was North Texas getting steam today. So I can't argue against anything that's fading Western and back in NT.
Yeah, and again, there's correlation. I mean, I would say two of the sharper sides I saw all week was North Texas and also the under in the game. Add 2 and 2 together, maybe it's a 1 + 1 = 3 situation. That's why I kind of like Western Michigan team total. It's just there was other people betting that too already. Alaska Bullworm too, new member. He was asking questions yesterday on yesterday's show, but glad you're a new member. Benjamin Rash with the $9.99 super chat.
Benny.
JWA Wireless Stadium in Syracuse to be turned into a Spirit Halloween store if Q's doesn't come back. +4.5 live.
I would lean that way.
Yeah, I would too. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's where I wouldn't say it's, a banger, but I would lean that way for sure. If you got 4.5, I think they were slightly the better team in the first half at home. Connecticut a little bit fortunate to be up. Again, some stuff, some schematic stuff or game strategy. You might just try and hold on, or Syracuse goes for 2 to tie it up. They miss that type of stuff. So yeah, if you're getting better than 3.5 there, Iowa TD.
Well, you're ahead of me.
Oh,
why am I so slow? I mean, I was slow in Vegas compared to you. I'm in Ohio. I'm still slower. Unbelievable.
I gotta tell you, folks, we are. It is a miracle, only down 3 in that one on the first half. So that was a gift.
Yep. Connor Hartle, he was first super chat, $1.99. Illinois stinks. Too many dumb mistakes from Duke. Yeah, that's again. I haven't watched every play, but that's my takeaway from the box score.
Yeah. Do you want? That one's about. I was gonna say, do we want to? Oh, God damn it. Well, good for if you got Duke. They just, I think, touchdown Duke. I was gonna say second half play if they hold them to a field goal, but
they just scored. Are they going for 2 or are they kicking the extra point?
Duke TD. So yeah, I don't. That I was gonna literally say, hey, let's do Duke second half if they held the 3, but I think that's out the window now.
Yeah. We'll see if that pops up. We'll still be doing show hopefully. Oh wow, are they already coming out of the break already? Holy shit!
Which game?
Their interview. I'm seeing Lashley being interviewed right now. Brett Lashley, SMU coach.
Oh, one other one.
Pretty fucking quick halftime.
One other one we got to touch on.
What we got?
I think there's I don't even know the city here. Hold on. I wanted to get the.
We got to talk weather. We got a lot of the things to talk about.
I think there's an issue in Lynchburg, BP.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to win. They're not winning Conference USA. They got major problems. Last week's final was super misleading. There must be locker room issues. They talked about it, was a problem last year. Well, it looks like it's a problem this year. So, what do we do in that one? That's a live line. Looks like Jacksonville State's favorite. Or how about this? Market, which hated Jacksonville State, was just wrong on Jacksonville State.
I mean, that I got to tell you, I thought Jacksonville State was miserable last week, even in a cover, even in a game. And then for Liberty now, there's some issues. There's some big issues there.
Before we get, we got more super chats. Harrison Cooper's up next. But before we get into that, where's my manners? We got to, pay homage to the people that are paying for this show, our friends at FanDuel. And this college football season is delivering weekly showdowns you don't want to miss. Right now, all customers on FanDuel can score a 50% profit boost for this week's big matchup on campus between the Michigan Wolverines and the Oklahoma Sooners. Here's how it works. You place a bet on the game, you apply your profit boost, and you enjoy boosted winnings when your bet hits. And the best part, you get paid instantly when you win. You can use your boost on bets like spreads, totals, team props, so much more. You don't wait. You visit FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. That's FanDuel.com/hitthebooks to download the app and boost your next bet on this week's marquee game between the Wolverines and the Sooners. Disclaimer, you must be 21 plus, present in select states for Kansas and affiliation from the Kansas Star Casino, or 18 plus and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Often required bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support. Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE New York or text HOPE New York in New York. Back to the super chats. Harrison Cooper, $5. Can we get behind Clay Helton throwing away the Fresno game with focus on USC? Total seems low too. Total undertook money in that game this week. I haven't bet anything there. Friends at FanDuel are hanging a 60.5. I'm going to go over 60.5. What say you?
Yeah, I would lean that way as well. After the move down, I gotta tell you, maybe I was dead wrong on Georgia Southern last week. It could only be Georgia Southern or nothing for me at over 28.5. Maybe they're brutal, and maybe that's that it's going to be that kind of year. But I'm going to try and not overreact to one data point. And I would lean the 29 and a halfs out there as well.
And it was just one bad half, too. They were up at halftime. Got out.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened in the second half, Fresno. That was one where I think they got outscored 32-0 in the second half. Wagon Man, $4.99. Super chat. Still love Memphis. Well, that's price dependent. Our friends at FanDuel are still the only ones with a 13.5, but it is extra juiced. We mainly laid at 13.5. Market didn't reacted. Went to 14, no buyback on Georgia State. So I think that's a positive for us. But lay the 13.5 at FanDuel. It's the only one out there. Jared Rudder in the chat, $3.33. What's for lunch? I made some homemade beef and cheddars. Homemade.
Really?
Yeah, so that's what I made.
I honestly I usually just I'm like a small snack guy for most of the day than a dinner guy. So I usually don't, especially on Saturdays when the nerves are a little up and I got a lot going here. I don't usually eat too much. So I think I had a yogurt, yogurt, and
what's with the back? What's going on there?
What's with the what?
Your back.
Oh man, I was trying to get my Joey Fitness era a few weeks ago. Felt something kind of tinge, went home, couldn't catch a full breath. It's been better, but I don't know. I'm going to see. I started PT last week. Tent's telling me that he thinks it's like a displaced rib. I got to see the chiro. I was going to the chiro Monday anyway. So it's gotten better as it's been resting, but I still don't exactly know. I've done lower back a bunch of times where low back goes out, low back sore. I've never done the middle upper. So that was weird. So
Mike Monson in the chat, $1.99. Minnesota or Florida State second half, lay it with Ohio State. Man, they usually take some of these teams could be so bad that they might not even be trying to run it up, and so you run in a line, they're still running for touchdowns.
Yeah, Grambling's one of those bottom tier FCS stuff that it's
I would lean. I mean, what I'm looking forward to that one, the halftime show. I love my marching band.
I know you're going to say that's the battle of the bands. That should be real good.
Yeah.
I really
I will there isn't too much going on at 3:30. I probably will try to watch that halftime show. So I would lean the Buckeyes at 54.5, believe it or not. I think at Grambling's that bad.
I can't.
I didn't bet it though. I didn't bet it.
Yeah, same here.
Let's get back to the chat. Are we out of super chats? I think we are. All right, back to the top. Ja Rule. Morning observations. Penn State is not a serious team. A D2 school would put up numbers on the Baylor D. Yeah, I agree with that. Gronowski was never an FBS quarterback. Agree with that. Duke killing themselves in advantageous situations. Duke getting that touchdown for the half's big. They beat Illinois outright. Mason Ryan's asking about the Illinois good variance end. That's going to end in the second half. Mississippi State, Arizona State, first half under 29, John Stafford. I did not bet that. I just, my takeaway from that one, I think Mississippi State's a very sharp side this week and a very live dog. You agree?
I agree with you.
Tyler Simonson, Texas +4 in turnovers and only up 21. Not good. Yeah, I did not know they're up.
I watched turnovers. They did not look sharp to start that game. Then they had some turnovers, a couple of splash plays. It's kind of a misleading halftime lead here at 28-7, and San Jose State. They were trying to drive in on that one. I played pregame 37. It's 35.5. I still would lean that way with San Jose State.
Charles bet Northwestern State +58.5. Live roast me. Yeah, I'm afraid I got some bad news, Charles. I know he sent that 15 minutes ago. You could have gotten an extra 24 points. So big long completion by Baylor. That helps. Doug Rollins, Southern Miss was everybody's darling. What happened? -14 Jackson State at home. Yeah, let's get to a few of them. I know everyone loves Southern Miss. I took 14.5 at Jackson State. Our friends at FanDuel still hanging that. So
yeah, that obviously one that opened lower and got really bet up quick. I couldn't play it anymore at that price. So
Yeah,
I don't
I
blame
did
you.
bet 14.5. That is available right now at FanDuel. And the market loves Southern Miss. We'll see. Then guess what? Market was wrong in the opener. Other games I bet. I took a little Austin P. Could be some weather there against Georgia. Kirby doesn't run it up too much. I say that and it'll be 50-0 at halftime, but I don't know. Austin P not only beat Middle Tennessee last week, they crushed them. I mean, literally in the box score, the scoreboard, you name it.
Yep.
So that's one. I'm looking at because people are going to ask FCS, see if there's anything still.
What do you think, McNeese? I know we both played. It hasn't come down significantly, and I know a lot of people are. That one's a little. It's getting a little too popular.
Yeah, I don't like that. Walker Howard's out. I was just, I played Walker Howard being out and a number, getting a hook off a key number. I wouldn't play it now. I'm not wild about that one, to be honest with you. Had to play it. I'm looking at the FCS versus FCS games to see if there's anything.
I know some of the folks liked Tennessee or East Tennessee State versus Tennessee at above 40.
Still holding?
Yeah, that's pretty much still holding.
You want to give it out or no?
Yeah, I do actually.
I think there's going to be some weather. Okay, best bet, East Tennessee State plus 40.5. Best bet. Boom, East Tennessee State. Kicks off at 3:30, Barbara. Put it in for $100. People were bitching that it was only put in for $10, the bets last week. So you put it in for $100. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. That will move. But yeah, weather could be an issue. East Tennessee State's playing a couple of quarterbacks. I think, isn't Cade McNamara one?
Yeah, old Michigan legend, Cade McNamara in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that, especially with weather. Charlie Bones says Gronowski's looking like Pizzola at quarterback. He didn't look like Pizzola on that last touchdown run. UCLA over 54.5, all offense. UCLA has no defense. That's by Reichs. There's an order on that earlier in the week, I think, from Pitch a Tent. I'm not wild about it, though.
Baylor stopped on 4th down. Woof.
That's what, the third or fourth time? That's the third time I think that's happened. SMU's gotten a couple of stops. Baylor can't. Alaska Bullworm 2, $5 super chat. I have a $1,000 risk-free bet. Any suggestions on the remaining slate to use? It's my birthday. Don't let me down. Joking. Love the show and maybe patient. You're better with the bonuses. I'm just now getting used to bonuses.
I will say so. In the bonus, it makes sense. And I know people like to take like a guaranteed win to get the money in the account. It actually, from an EV standpoint, makes more sense to take something that's plus money as opposed to even a minus 110 or something. Like you're losing some of that EV since it's just a bonus bet. So I would take, that's my only advice. If you find something, small money line, something plus 100, even, I don't know, MLB or any of that or something. If you like the team with a small plus, you get that, you get a little bit more juice.
Small dog, UNLV. That's in the
small dog.
Yeah. UNLV's in there. I think Mississippi State's live as a 6.5 point dog. I don't know how many more times. Western Kentucky we like, although I think we like the number more than anything.
Yeah, I agree there.
I'm just looking. UNLV, small dog, probably could win outright. What's going on in this Fresno State, Oregon State game? Back and forth we go, over through 0.
I know. There's a lot of move on that one. Also, Kansas got
hit. What's with that?
Got hit pretty good. I saw somebody ask me about it last night, but I didn't know who came in on that Kansas play.
Connecticut scored already. NC State scored already. Penn State got a field goal. The score. That figures after last week. We got scoring, folks. Mono Sports $1.99 super chat, and then we'll start wrapping this up. Iowa 2-1 on the money line. Oof.
No,
I just want them to lose by 3.
I don't. I would actually.
I lean the other way.
I know. Mo, they got completely outside of that last drive. And maybe you say, they found something. I don't see it. They don't have skill position talent at all. Their best tight end got hurt. The total yardage was, it actually, you know what? It
got better because of that.
It got better on that last drive. Yeah. But overall, I thought they got outplayed pretty significantly.
Oregon took some money. We're happy with that. After we gave out Oregon last night.
Yeah.
I think they should crush them. You got any closing thoughts? We did give out East Tennessee State. That's our first FCS bet we've given out. We gave out quite a bit yet last night. Is there anything that's
I was
pressing?
to look on the crossovers to see what's out there still. Just a couple of leans just are out there because I know you guys like it. I had people filled some Colorado State under 35. FanDuel's got 34.5. Old Dominion at 21 or better. It's a little bit shaded now at FanDuel. Those were two that I bet there, and I think the rest of it's kind of gone pretty good. But I would say those two, if you can get the number, again, number matters obviously. So don't go chasing it just because it's a crossover game. So Old Dom 21 or better, and then Colorado State under 35.
Good job. Shout out to Tony who's watching. He got me this hat. He got me this banner behind me. Friend of the program.
Friend of Tony, the merch guy.
Yeah, my merch guy. So yeah, I'm glad he's watching. That we got the banner and the Michigan hat. We like Michigan tonight. The big game, we got the under that we give out in the summer. And I like Michigan, another team that I think can win outright. Derek Davenport, another super chat. $4.99. Any player lean in Rutgers game. What do you make the number BP? I believe Barry Horse bet Miami plus 14.5. I'm not involved in that game. I would have bet Rutgers on the opener, but I made it. I mean, I'm going to cop out and say, I made it right around 14. Don't have much interest. I think Miami style of play is going to play more into Rutgers than them having to chase around like a Parker Navarro last week, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Derek, all I would say is I think that would be one if I could catch anything under, like anything under, we talked about early in the week, under 14 was the buy point. If even you get a Miami, Ohio early turnover, any of that stuff to get you under 14, I would try and jump in live if you can get, a little bit better than that. But I'm not going to go early and have to pay, 14.5, which is pretty much everywhere now. So that would be the number just never came for that one. And it's a game lower total. Miami of Ohio plays disgusting football. So numbers super critical there.
He's got to be. Is Jennings not down on that play? What just happened in the SMU game? I don't know. They got to review that. It looks like he was down. He ran into the official, fell down, fumbled the football, picked it up. It looked like he was down twice. They just let it go. The fuck is that? Thank God they're going to review it. Ridiculous. I don't even know. Yeah, Patrick Carney, umpire only, the only one tackling Jennings today, pretty much. Baylor's a joke. We did lean over in the second half if you caught this halftime show early. Look at this. Maybe he's not down there, but where's his knee at when he picks the football up? It's down. I don't know.
You know what? We'll do a Joey props to end on the Michigan-Oklahoma game.
Okay.
Barbara, it'll be Michigan-Oklahoma. And
can't pull up player props.
Yeah, she can't pull up player props in her state. I'm going to go Mateer under rushing. It's 30.5. I'm going to go under rushing there. Mostly driven by sack yards.
He's going to get sacked.
Yeah, I think he's going to have some negative plays. The offensive line's, a rough set. He's not going to be able to run around totally like last week. I think they'll have a spy on him too. Michigan's running this is way in the weeds, but like a 2 linebacker front there. Under 30.5 for me on his rushing. I think he'll be thrown in a ton and just take too many negative plays for that number.
Love the handicap. He is going to get sacked. I'd be stunned if he's not sacked 3 or 4 times tonight. That's the big mismatch, in my opinion, that defensive line against Oklahoma's offensive line. So under 30.5 rushing yards, Mateer for Oklahoma tonight. No, we got that game covered. Best bets. That's going to do it. I don't think we have any more super chats. Is that correct, Barb? We're good? All right. We're good. We paid the bills. We read the ad. We got, everyone super chat. I think that's it. We're going to root for a miracle on 34th Street that the Baylor defense can maybe get stops. And by stops, I mean holding SMU to field goals. Doubtful. Or we need more referees to interfere in the game. I need somebody come out of the stands and make a tackle on this. So we'll see. Doubtful. All right. That'll do it. For the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish. For our great producer, Barbara, I'm merely Brad Powers. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on Monday at 5 o'clock Eastern. Talk to you then.